Well, this is my first time. I think I'm coming out a little bit earlier today, man. I've been trying to take care of my teeth, man, and my gums and stuff. I feel like there's something wrong with them or something like that. But what I've been doing, I just been keeping my gums clean and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep my mouth clean and everything. You know what I'm saying? To keep from developing any kind of sicknesses or disease or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? I don't smoke and I don't drink and I don't use tobacco and I don't use none of that stuff. You know what I mean? I just like to eat regular food. I've been eating a lot of snacks lately, and which is not good. You know what I'm saying? I've been away off of pork, and I've been away from pork ever since 1992. I got off of it. I was witness. That's when I came into a conscious mindset of health, because due to the fact we had the older people in the community that I was told by the older lady about pork and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? But I still feel like I was uneducated about how to take care of your mouth, your gums, your teeth, and stuff like that. You know, coming up as a so-called black man of color, I'm gonna say it like that. You know what I mean? You know, being taught a certain thing. You see what I'm saying? And not having not having the resources and educational education and the resources and the things to the means and the funds is to provide me with the funds and the resources and stuff. Like most of us as so-called Hispanics, blacks, Native Americans, we came up in a community to where we didn't have the resources like we should have. You know what I mean? Growing up poor, and then you see what I'm saying? The European, the so-called white power structure, they always had. They never was. It's like they really living in their heaven. You see what I'm saying? They got their heaven. They living in their heaven. You know what I mean? They don't have to go and feel like they playing chess to get what they really want. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to go around and feel like they got to sit up here and play chess just to go in there and wonder if they're going to get seen or if they're going to get turned around because, well, the insurance don't cover this here. So we're going to have to turn you around because you don't have the medical expenses to be able to go through this procedure of surgery and all this kind of stuff because your insurance don't cover this here. They take blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people, our people, do so much just to get this or that or whatever, your Medicaid or this and that don't cover this here. And all of these things, I believe, is part of the curses that our people experience. He said to know, and that's in order to tell who the Jews are, the real Jews, according to Deuteronomy, it got all the curses in there. He said that I'm going to bring all of these things upon you, these things that you was scared of, the sicknesses and the plagues and all kind of diseases and stuff, because we went off and we didn't keep the commandments of God. So the Most High God, He sent our enemies against us. And so these are part of the punishments that He put on our people because of those things. You see what I'm saying? And so we have to deal with all of that. Going in the store, being discriminated against, even by our own people sometimes. Most of the time, yes. More than likely, you go and you try to, it's sad, and I guess these are part of the curses that our people experience on a day-to-day basis. You go into a store now, well, if it's a restaurant, certain restaurants, our own people have been trained and taught by the white power structure because they want to have some kind of level of power and stuff, and they'll do anything they can is to get the power to make sure that they doing everything that that white master power structure want them to do in order to be able to gain some power or some or fame or whatever it is to be equal with the so-called white man or whatever, then they'll do it. They'll mistreat you and treat you probably just as bad or worse. Because the Bible says our people is worse than the heathens now. You see what I'm saying? It is, and we got to go through all of these different things. Like when you get up and you go to the doctor, right? If y'all can relate to this here. If you have to get up and go to the doctor, don't it feel like you playing chess, or don't it feel like you playing chess to win, or you getting out? It's like getting on a football game, right? And you want you and your team to win. That's how it feels going to the doctor. It's like, damn, I hope I can win this here, and I hope I can do this here and get these scores and stuff. Y'all, you hear a lot about people saying, just pray for me that our team win, and that we win. If we do, we get the scholarship. We win in a big trophy. We win all kind of awards and stuff. So, man, I want y'all to pray that our team, when we get ready to do basketball, I'm just making an illustration. Let's pray for our team to win Sunday. We're gonna be playing sports. We're gonna be playing volleyball. We're gonna do it. You're gonna have a lot. Come and support me at my game. Man, pray that we win this game, man. Pray that my team win. Pray that our 15 quarterback win and all this type of stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This is how you literally feel when you're going to the doctors or hospital. You're hoping in your mind when you walk through them doors, you know more than likely you probably is going to get, we know more than likely we probably will get turned down. You see what I'm saying? But it's like they're going to ask you all kind of questions. You're going to have to fill out the application. You got to fill out all the procedures and stuff like that, taking stuff at your risk. And if they do something wrong, then it ain't nothing you're going to be able to do about it. You're not going to be able to go, and it's just going to be all kinds of unjust stuff in favor of let you know that they separating you as a man of color or a so-called black man. And we just go through a lot here, man. You know what I mean? You going into the doctor, but when they go, see, white folks, it's like so-called white people are like this. Going to the doctor is just like it's like having strong confidence that they know that they're gonna win. Like in their mind, it's like, I know I'm gonna win. I have no kind of shadow of doubt in my mind that I'm gonna win this here. I know I am. And they win. They get in there and they win. I told you I was gonna make a touchdown. This is pretty much how it is in their world. The so-called white man is in their heaven. They are. They in their heaven. This is heaven for them. That's why they call it, this is their world. This is how they benefit off the system. This is how they you know what I mean? This is their heaven. They live it in their heaven. They want to talk about a heaven and a hell and all that type of stuff. But guess what? Ain't no such thing as no damn hell up under the ground. It ain't. This is hell right here. But a lot of people we have been lied through the customs of white supremacy. They push their customs and everything on our people. You see what I'm saying? And so, therefore, that's how we done receive lies and stuff. We done inherit and then they done push them lies on us. And the so-called white man, they done inherited the lies of their forefathers. You know what I mean? That's why the scripture says we have, I'm going to find the scripture when I get home. But this is how it is in their world. They can get out here and drive on the goddamn highway. And I kind of understand why the Most High God, maybe that's probably why he didn't put me on the highway of driving right away, you know, or anything of that nature. And I'm 49 now. I understand why he did that. You see what I'm saying? Because even if you're driving on the highway, right? It's just like you going in the store, you buying something, because they're going to be sitting there watching you, waiting on you to do something wrong. Why you think that they get in their cars and they park in the damn bushes when you're not looking at it? And guess when they do that? They do that around the holidays. And they think we don't have sense enough, we don't know that. They hide into a secret spot to where you can't see them. And if you go over the speed limit, they're going to treat you like you done killed thousands and millions of people. That's what they're going to do. This is what the so-called white man, and that's why the Bible, they are the devil that the Bible speaks of. You see what I'm saying? You go to these people, your teeth can be, or you can be literally sick to your bone. They will still turn you around and say there is nothing that we can do. But they're going to work with that so-called white woman and that white man. And this is another people that I want to get on. I'm not going to mention their name because they got too much YouTube fame and all of that. There's this woman on YouTube. She's a Caucasian woman. She gets on there and tell people about taking care of their hypergenital teeth and this and that and the third and all that kind of stuff. And deep cleanings will call this here if you can afford that, and saying things like that. And then she was saying like, well, if you don't go to the dentist, guess what? We still gets paid. She literally was saying that our people still literally gets paid or whatever. But here's my answer to that. Since you said that gets on there and say that all the time, guess what? You already know if a store closed down, you already know that your forefathers, this is still your kingdom. Because just because one store closed down, that doesn't mean that you're not going to benefit off of your wealth of what your forefathers put in place for you. And your ancestors, your forefathers and foremothers put in place for you. So for you to sit up and say something like that, you expose yourself as a so-called Caucasian. You telling on yourself like, hey, what you really saying is, hey, we still got money. We still got money. Me and my forefathers and foreparents, we still gonna have money. So we ain't gonna stop you because I'm still gonna benefit off the system because I am a white woman. I am a Caucasian woman or whatever. So that's how you should have put it. Of course, because just because the food market in place closed down, that's not gonna, one dentist or whatever may close down, but that doesn't mean it's gonna affect thousands of dentists all over the world, because you have to remember that's just one store. So you really just expose yourself as the devil. That's what you just did. Because that's what she got on her camera and said in her video. You see what I'm saying? Got on her camera and said, what was that she said? Well, if you don't come to the dentist or whatever, guess what? We still gets paid. That doesn't stop us or whatever. Which means that even what you're saying, even if the dentist closed down and people refuse to come there and let you take their money like y'all do or whatever, what you're saying is that, hey, that's not going to stop my forefathers and me from benefiting off the system, or whatever. It's not going to stop me as a so-called white woman from benefiting off the system. That's what you're saying. That's exactly what you're saying. So don't think we don't catch that logic in what you're saying, because you is still going to benefit off of what your racist forefathers did, just like you are. You see what I'm saying? You already know you're going to benefit off the system. You already know you ain't got nothing to worry about, because guess what? You is in your heaven. You in your heaven. That's right. You in your heaven. So don't walk around here and act like, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all got all the money. You was born into your heaven. You was born into wealth. So of course, it ain't gonna hurt you if our people don't come to the so-called dentist office and pay money and all that kind of stuff. Pay money for deep cleanings and all that kind of stuff, because y'all so-called white people are able to do that. And you got our people working on the forefront, and they would mistreat our people. And guess what? Another thing, they're not going to put nice so-called black people in there. They're going to put so-called black people in there on the front line that's going to mistreat their own color. So when the so-called white man or white woman come up in there, they're going to know they're going to treat them with respect and everything else. Why they tell you is to treat your own people like shit, and they ain't doing nothing but playing you. That's all they doing. They ain't doing nothing but playing y'all stupid, y'all ignorant women up in there like that. That's how they looking at you, and they just laughing at y'all. They clowning y'all, using y'all to help them make money. But at the end of the day, what they're doing, they making money while you going home to nothing. You working and you trying to treat your own people a certain way, and you want to act more superior to your own people because you trying to please the slave master. That's what they doing. And they ain't doing that. At the end of the day, they ain't gonna do nothing but kick you to the curb. They don't give a damn about you no way. They don't care. They still gonna handle you just as you was before you mistreated your own people. They still gonna have that same hatred, that secret hatred for you. And at the end of the day, you get your ass out here on the highway and get out of line, you're gonna see just how much they're gonna take up for you. Like, you'll turn around. I bet they ain't gonna mistreat their own. The so-called white man is not gonna mistreat their own kind in front of you like that. Like, you as dentist women get up into them into those organizations, those dentist offices and stuff like that, and mistreat your own people and stuff like that. But I guarantee you, I bet you they ain't gonna mistreat their people for you. They ain't gonna dog their people for you. You see what I'm saying? They ain't gonna do nothing but go home and laugh at your ass. That's all they're gonna do. And say you're stupid. That's it. That's what they gonna do. They gonna say your ass. They gonna say you're stupid. Yeah. Like this woman. I'm gonna talk some more about this today. There was something on my mind that told me to talk about this because this really needs to be talked about. You see what I'm saying? Like all these, even though you may find a so-called black man or whatever that own them Burger Kings right there and things of that nature, guess what? Who's still benefiting off of it? The so-called white man, because we still are on that. Because if you don't pay the taxes, they can immediately, they still can take that from you. They still can take all that for you. So guess what? You still don't own that, and you still don't control nothing. No, you still don't own nothing, and you still don't control nothing at all. No matter how much you got, because if you don't pay them taxes on that property there, guess what? The so-called white men, they have the money and the power to take you down any day of the week they want. Because this is their highway. If you think they ain't in control, get your ass out here on the highway and ride up and down this road with no license plate on your damn car and no driver. Don't come up here talking about, well, that's the law and all that, because they stole the law. They stole all of that from the Bible and made it and converted that shit into their laws to make it seem like, you know what I mean? Seem like obeying the laws of the land and all that old kind of crazy, stupid ass shit. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna see just how much they're gonna be into you, how much they're gonna stand for you as you being an Uncle Tom. See that license plate there? If that was a so-called, take a so-called black person. Take them damn license plates off your car and take that damn sticker out your window over yonder for your insurance, and take your insurance papers up out of there and burn your driver's license up. I'm not encouraging you to do that. I'm just saying. And get out here and drive on the highway and see just how much that the so-called, you're going to find out and see just how much they love you. You're going to find out real quick, and it ain't going to take long. You're going to see just how free you is. As much of an Uncle Tom as you is. Same with y'all that work on the police force. You're going to see just how much they into you and they really love you and they really down with you. You're going to find out. You're going to find out real quick what love and hate is. And how they going to separate you. Zoom. They're going to draw a line. And probably, and then more than likely tell you to put your hand behind your back. And you know what that means. Cups. You're going to find out real quick. The Bible tells you in Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 10, never trust your enemy. You going to these places and stuff, they benefit more off of going to the doctors, getting dentists, because they got the bread like that. They got it like that. And if they do run out, and they can go to their forefathers and get all this shit. This video is entitled, so-called white people, Caucasian people is living in their heaven on this earth, and so-called black people are living in their hell here on earth. All right, I'm out.